Hello, my lovely Libras, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of November 1st to the 7th, 2021. Thank you so much for joining me as always. You know I love my Libras, but do keep in mind as we move forward that this is general, okay? So take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, okay? Leave it for who it's meant for. But I do want to say right off the bat, I meant to say this in the beginning, like who is feeling truly exhausted and like they can't slow down or stop for a hot second. Just the feeling that's coming through. If you're new to this channel, do join the Libra tribe. But remember, there's a reason I just looked at the Ten of Wands. Okay, you have a lot on your plate. Don't forget to join the tribe. Why did I mention that? Interesting. Spirit made me lose my thought process. But let's start by pulling some messages from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Bear with me. That might happen a couple times this week due to your spiritual connection. Whether it's meant to be or not, it's going to happen. Okay? Oh, what I was going to say, I just remembered. So that's going to happen to you as well. If you're new to the channel, join the tribe. But I'm a Leo, Libra. Okay, so I have heavy Libra in my chart. I think I actually have a third Libra placement. Okay. For my lovely Librans for this upcoming week, the 1st to the 7th of November. Okay, we got 3 coming out. Ooh, yeah, underlining focus on, we got the Badger Spirit, being fearless and bold, being pushed to not sort of blend in, and not allow yourself to feel sort of weak or as if you can't be bold and fearless, right? Allow that feisty side to come through in a professional way, in a mature way. Does that make sense? Okay. Ooh, magic works through you is out here as well. Okay, that's one of the 3. My bad. Okay, they're all kind of blending together. It might feel like the areas of your life are kind of feeling like they blend together, or people you meet are starting to blend together in a lot of ways where you can almost get them mixed up. You might bring up something in a situation or with somebody else, and it's like, okay, that more was meant to come up or with somebody else. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's pull the overlying or the overall focus for the week. I feel like this part of you is going to be a little bit nervous this week. Maybe due to a new situation you're beginning or continuing, or maybe due to other energies or a situation. Freedom. That's that overall focus for the week. Wow, I'm struggling. Bear with me. Purity. There's just something about you, as well as new beginnings. I'm sorry, these are just all relevant. Okay, and I'm seeing chaos. Don't let that get to you. All right, but there's something pure about you when it comes to this beginning. There's something about your presence, your vibe, your honesty with people that people are drawn to. They can't help but sort of trust you or understand you. You feel very relatable in a lot of ways. People who didn't expect to get along with you in a new job or in your work environment, or even people you meet randomly, are just like, okay, I like you. Yeah, we'll get along. But we also have transcending and courage coming out. So I feel like you are transcending. You're starting to go to higher levels, if that makes sense. Starting to sort of reach your potential or get back to that. And there's a need for you to dig for that courage and remember how courageous you truly are as you go after a lot of different situations or something that is familiar. I feel like in a lot of ways, even recently, people who you meet in a new situation will remind you of old people from a similar situation or from your past. Does that make sense? Wow, I need to stop saying that. So you're going to be repeating yourself in a lot of ways. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Huge focus on your knowledge this week, feeling overly serious. You'll see the Fox Spirit as well. They're both very stern. Okay? You're going to be working a lot. All right? You're going to be feeling as if you are dealing with certain toxic energies as well. But this is coming through mainly for the majority of you working a ton this week. Having a lot on your plate. Once again, that 10 of Wands from the beginning. You need to utilize your wisdom, your knowledge, what you've gained over time you know, if it's a similar situation from the past, to remember that, but not to sort of compare or expect it to end up in the same way. I'm being drawn to 3 here. Okay, you are spiritually guided for the better and for the worse, but not to forget that you're meant to succeed. Okay, we're going to move on to the second card, which is Fox Spirit. But I want you to take a look at, this is the energy you're giving off. Okay, it's a very serious, mature, kind of stern vibe, but don't allow it to get to the point where you're not enjoying yourself along the way. Okay, you're going to produce more quality work. You're going to sort of enjoy the connections that you develop throughout the week and sort of make the best out of. More so if you are allowing yourself to smile a little bit. If people try to tell you to smile and you're not feeling like it, don't take it to heart. Okay, it happens to me all the time. It's like, I'm going through a lot. Okay, let's pull for Fox Spirit. Strength. Well, that's relevant for me. I mean, I have Leo and Libra in my chart, but you might find that you're just pushed to think on your feet in a very strong way, to remember that you have the strength to sort of figure things out along the way. You might be put in a situation for work or within a connection. Somebody might ask you a question and you have to sort of think thoroughly in the moment and be quick about it. You know what I mean? Trust what you already know. Once again, there's a reason that's following this trust your knowledge and wisdom card. Okay, you got it. You'll see a lot of feathers this week. As a reminder of a lot of things, look up the spiritual meaning for just that. Okay, don't worry about the specific feather. Just look up the spiritual meaning of a feather in general. Okay, Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. And as I started speaking upon think on your feet, the Fox Spirit card, my feet started to go on the tip of my toes. It's going to make you a bit anxious or a bit on edge, okay? Just breathe, okay? You've got this. You're meant for whatever you're working towards, you're making the best out of, okay? And again, that could be relationship, it could be work. For the majority of you, I feel like it's work. The Hanged Man and the Knight of Swords, okay? There's something you feel has left you stuck or did in the past, right? Or you need to adjust your perspective on it and to remember that magic does work through you as you charge forth, as you go after it in a very sort of passionate, feisty manner. It's like you are reminded to sort of stand out, but at the same time, don't get too ahead of yourself. Does that make sense as well? Allow yourself to not stress over or overly focus on the future so much to the point where you can't make the best out of what's at hand. Take it step by step, day by day, week by week. Allow yourself to minimize your stress over the future and not compare it to the past so that you can accomplish what you need to in the moment or make the best out of what's at hand in the best way possible. I'm just noticing here that this badger has 2 feathers. Okay. Things may feel a little bit not perfectly aligned at this time, but they're about to, okay? Feels like you're kind of putting a lot of stones in place for that perfect foundation, or maybe not perfect, but it was foundation that's meant for you, okay? But yeah, there's a true focus throughout the week on freedom, on you wanting to be financially free, free of any debt or stress over finances, or just free to be in charge, or free to sort of go where you want to, when you want to spend money on what you want, when you want. So that may have a lot to do with why you're going after a new level of success within your career, or you may desire freedom when it comes to a relationship or a connection, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, things are taking place, happening for you this week, even if it feels a bit quick, or just kind of scattered around you, okay? That was a hefty beginning, but we're going to pull the main part of the reading to continue from the Mermaid Tarot. For my lovely Libras to continue. There's going to be a part of the week where you're thinking about how to organize an email or organize something else, or thinking about the order of how to say something to somebody, and I was about to sort of swap these cards, and you're going to be reminded or just have a moment where it's like, it doesn't matter, it just needs to happen. Don't overthink things this week, right? Okay. I feel like you will question yourself at times throughout the week when you're not meant to, when you shouldn't. Okay, trust what you already know. It's like you've already proved yourself in the past, but you have to prove yourself again, and it's just like, okay, okay. I feel I need to pull this one. Yeah, makes sense. All right, Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, but we have the Hierophant. A change in your routine, a huge adjustment in your life, one that entails being aligned with this Wolf card, one that entails you utilizing knowledge and wisdom to the best of your advantage, to better your situation, to impress other people, but also is making you very overly serious and uptight to a certain extent. The Lovers. It's something you truly love at the end of the day, whether you want to admit it or not, or it's somebody you truly love. Okay? We'll pull some signs to get more specifications, but as well, this new beginning, or what you're making the best out of at this time, is reminding you of a lot. Okay? It could make you a bit emotional or just a little bit sort of overly serious. But I feel the need to say, like, the reminders are just to, it's going to differ from case to case as to why you're being reminded of them. But you can't be surprised when that happens, okay? You kind of expected it, to say the least. And it's these memories that are going to sort of throw you for a loop, or just kind of make you want to compare it to the past. And then all the meanwhile, you're stressing over the future. And it's like, stay present, okay? It's not the same as the past. You don't know what the future is fully going to entail. But you have to make the best out of what's at hand. Use your knowledge and wisdom once again to adjust things in your favor, again to impress people, and then just see where things proceed. This is the best way to approach it, okay? The Star. Keep your hopes alive, all right? Keep your hopes alive. You're a Libra. You're meant to succeed. A lot of 3s, a lot of 4s, a lot of 5s this week, okay? A lot of change, a lot of courage needed. Keep the hope alive, you know, when needing to think on your feet, when needing to sort of move quickly or make quick decisions, okay? Or impress people. But you're going to be feeling like you're on stage, okay? For the better or for the worse. It's going to feel like at times you disappoint people or don't do your best. But at other times it's like, okay, I'm getting back into the game. I'm getting back on the bike, or I'm doing what I need to do, okay? Or things are just adjusting. So give me some slack that I feel like you won't be given. But 2 Queens, a huge focus on a balance of your feminine side. Feeling a little bit emotional because of the healing that still needs to take place, right? But all the meanwhile, it's like you do sort of jump out of bed to accomplish what you need to. But when you're sort of in the spotlight, it leaves you feeling sort of like a star, right? A lot of you being noticed for your online business in a huge way that you've been waiting for a while, or just on social media. Friends, acquaintances, family members noticing you in a beautiful light, even if one area is feeling a little bit rough or just not perfect yet. Very interesting. There's luck in your love life as well, even if it feels a bit dry at this time, if you're in a relationship or single, okay? Before we move on to the Fool card, you're being pushed to take a leap of faith, okay? To keep things somewhat simplistic, even if it doesn't feel doable, we have Leo and Sagittarius coming out, okay? You could be dealing with one. You could have both or one of which in your chart. That already pertains to me. Pisces could be in your situation heavily. Another Libra, or you could have multiple placements of Libra in your chart. You know, again, that's 2 Leos and 2 Libras popping out. Okay. And by 2 Libras, I mean us and that. Aries, Virgo, and Aries again. Okay, so allow yourself to remember that the people who are in your life at this time are meant to be in your life. I don't know why you feel the need to say that. Okay, you'll have to let me know in the comments how these signs are pertaining to your situation specifically. Okay, but we're moving on to a fresh start. You may also have an Aquarius in the midst. I feel like someone has heavy Aquarius in the chart and they're not fully aware of it. Okay, I need to better understand oneself, as you do need more rest. Okay, or you need to sort of figure out what you truly want moving forward. Yeah, for somebody that's in terms of love, you know, you may not fully get who you're meant to be with, but are you meant to fully understand that yet? The mystery of things, right? But being pushed to take a leap of faith that's going to help you align things, or reminded of why you're sort of already moving towards this leap of faith, this fresh start in one way, shape, or form, needing to sort of remember that it's meant to be celebratory. For some of you, it's family, relationship oriented, or work. Okay, it could be a financial investment. Feeling quite feisty. Okay, feeling passionate but also defensive. Okay, try to put that guard down, but there are certain interactions where you're meant to sort of feel this way. Just remember that not everybody has had your back up until this point. It's not to make you paranoid, but it's to allow you um, to just be aware that not every energy is healthy for you or will sort of help you get to where you need to be. Okay, just feel like you're surrounded by a lot of helpful people, but some of which you could be in an industry or in a situation where certain energies could be a bit untrustworthy. Okay, not everybody around you is meant for you, but magic does work through you when it comes to this new beginning that you're moving towards at this time. All right, 10 of Wands. We began and we're ending this reading with the 10 of Wands, okay? But this is in line with freedom. A lot of you desire to be free of these burdens that are on your back. I feel like a lot of you are empathic as well. And at times it makes you kind of want to retract to your hermit mode, do your own thing. Allow yourself to remember that you don't deserve to feel alone because of the burdens that you take on due to your spirituality, your empathic abilities, or just all that you have going on around you. Or other people's issues or stresses that are put on your back, but it feels like it has a lot to do with you wanting to go after your happily ever after, your financial security, your financial freedom. I feel the need to hold these up. Okay, allow yourself to remember that you have luck on your side, which came out in Gemini's as well, that you deserve to be bold and fearless on going after this financial freedom, or this freedom when it comes to love. A lot of you desiring a love life that feels free, that doesn't feel like it ties you down or makes you feel like a wounded warrior or as if you have a lot on your back. Allow yourself to remember that you deserve success in love, career, and finances, all right? And connections as well. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Libra.